Hey.
Hey.
Addy Pie.
Without a hitch.
Yeah, totally smooth. Square, I don't think Square has their own press conference, Addy Pie, but Square will also be at the PC gaming one. I forgot to mention it, and I don't know why. But I did say and others, so covered.
So yeah, that's, I mean, technicality owned.
Yeah, that video is... The piloting on that quadcopter is amazing in that video.
Yeah, no, it's nuts how good he is at it. Like
my other favorite part of it actually is how the guy playing the protagonist walks. He's really got this like real awkward, exaggerated leg, like straight leg kicks. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good. Oh, and they have their own conference scheduled as well. Ah, cool.
Oh, there you go.
No, not a reshoot of the early season. Well, I guess a reshoot, but exactly as bad.
Oh no. Oh, there's some
ideas in there that work.
Yeah, no, there's some good ideas in there, but almost you routinely marred by poor execution.
Well, we're putting up. We're finally getting around to.
And I don't mean like everything was bad. I just mean like there's bad sound and stuff.
Yeah, we are finally getting around to moving a bunch of our older sketches that currently only exist on The Escapist over to our own YouTube channel. So we're putting up ones on our YouTube that's like, this video aired June 2010, which is like 5 years ago now. And so I've been watching a bunch of sketches from like 5 years ago and being like, these are pretty funny.
We're not bad at our jobs at all, eh? Oh,
I didn't.
Let's retire our Newfie accents.
I didn't think I was doing an accent.
No, it was joke.
We were watching. We're watching a historical theater troupe yesterday, and
they all had Scottish accents because they were playing old Canadian people.
Yeah.
As in people from Canada who are long since dead.
Yeah. I'll move over.
Mwah.
Yeah, I was saying on Twitter that I didn't think that kind of real honest historical reenactment would exist in the States.
Oh, they had a whole song about how John A. Macdonald, first Prime Minister of Canada, loved to drink.
Yeah, it was called Whiskey Man. There was a song about how he loved to drink. There was a sincere love song between him and his first wife, who was also his first cousin. There's a thing about how there was a verse in one of the songs from Louis Riel, who's like, well, John A. Macdonald ran a railroad through my land and lied to me and then had me hanged.
Yeah.
And it's
like
oh,
yes,
yeah.
all this happened.
Because this is one of basically Canada's founding fathers in that sort of vein. He was our first prime minister. He sort of shaped the country.
And got BC into Confederation by promising that this railroad would go across.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for John A. and that plan, we probably would be.
He did a lot of good stuff, and in a lot of ways he was a great person, but in a lot of ways he was not. And this idea that he's like infallible, they were like, that's not history.
Yeah, I don't think you get interpretive songs about George Washington in the same kind of warts and all vein.
No.
And of course, my favorite thing being about early Canadian politics being that the first Canadian, the first British Columbian premier, Amour de Cosmos.
Because he
lover of the universe.
Not his birth name.
Not his birth name.
But he was kind of a famous crackpot.
That really kind of set the bar for our political system for the rest of the history.
Nereidum has subscribed. Welcome.
By the way, you missed it, but I didn't want to interrupt you, but CrazyMax46 said, and thank you for putting the old videos online because there's now new people watching them.
I know, that's the thing, is there's a lot of people on our YouTube channel who've never seen these videos, ever. And so it's like, this is great. Let's look at all this other stuff we do. Here you are.
Yeah.
Just LRR Season 1 HD Remake is just subscribed.
Oh, no. I told you. See,
I knew.
It's important what was proposed was not LRR Season 1 HD Remake. It was LRR Season 1
Remake. So we just filmed it again, but we
I still have that camera.
Yeah.
With no external microphone. So it's on board. You can hear the tape moving as you record it.
This is a camera that is substantially worse.
To be fair,
than like the camera,
on my
the
phone.
video camera on like the first iPhone. Not to mention the video cameras on the new iPhones.
To be fair, Zeke, even if you did give the Escapist $20, you still aren't getting the videos in HD. So
Yeah. Now you can watch them for free on our YouTube channel in the HDest that we can give you.
you get to watch them for free, wherein free is we appreciate it if you don't use ad block.
And
or if you throw in $5 at our Patreon.
Yeah, that helps
$1 or something like that, right? But like, there's no upfront expectation of money.
No.
It would be nice. I was thinking that maybe like we put the videos up with like originally aired blah blah blah, so that people understand that they are older videos. But I was thinking like maybe
why are they thinner and worse actors all of a sudden?
Maybe like 6 months down the road or something, we should like rename them just to the name of the video, like just kind of so that they're integrated into the flow.
Probably.
Aww.
It'll still be a little weird though, because it'll be like it'll have a video and it'll be like uploaded, May 2015.
Right. I guess it's a problem. Yeah, YouTube doesn't have a lot of stuff set up for like making a nice. I mean, that's
we're really close to loading time.
That's
we better start filming a loading time for May.
It's literally like half the reason why, Loading Ready Run is Loading Ready Run. Like loadingreadyrun.com is so important for us, is because YouTube and before that Blip and before that Rever, all these video services don't. Or they expect that you are uploading stuff to them in real time in the order in which you wish people to watch it.
Yeah.
Which and often is the case for us that we're not. Cause
they're on playlist as well, Sajuk.
Either we're transferring
Sajuke.
Either we're transferring from a different host and we have to re-upload a bunch of stuff, or we have like a backlog or various things like that. So having it all controlled on loadingreadyrun.com means that we can have it all in one place and in the right order and all that stuff. You don't have to rely on various services. Mm-hmm. So loadingreadyrun.com is always the place that you're going to get the most
complete information.
And as we upload the older videos to YouTube, we're going to update the links on Loading Ready Run so that they're not pointing to the Escapist ones anymore. They're pointing to the YouTube ones.
Yeah.
Emergent OS is asking if anyone's got their Patreon cards. They're all in the mail.
Yep.
So I mean,
so they should be.
Conceivably, somebody might get them.
Yeah,
today.
We mailed them on
Probably
Friday,
Canadian.
I guess.
I think they should be wending their way to you as we speak.
Yes.
Yeah. So I look forward to people getting those.
Thank you, dedicated fence sitter. Appreciate that.
Aw, thank you, 16-bit Mason.
So let's talk about some news. There wasn't a huge amount that we didn't talk about. I mean, there was some. Oh, that's not necessarily true. There's some interesting stuff that we didn't talk about because it wasn't like. It didn't.
We didn't have anything particular to add to it.
Sorry.
Eating your own beard.
It's either my beard or cat hair.
I was like, it's either my beard or somebody else's beard.
Yeah, someone's beard. A lot of beards around here. Okay, so this story I almost wrote, but it didn't quite come together. I guess I could read you part of what I wrote. Twitch isn't the only community that can play Pokemon, but they're probably better at it than Omegle. Omegle is a web-based random video chat service, kind of like Chat Roulette. And like Chat Roulette, it gets used a lot for sex stuff. YouTuber Good Guy Ghastly braved the forest of dongs to try and solicit help from random Omegle users to fight the Elite Four in Pokemon Omega Red. That's as far as I got. But yeah, so there's a video, it's like 8 minutes long, of him and the random people he runs into on Omegle. And so it'll switch to a new person. He'll be like, "Hey, what move should I use? We're playing Pokemon. What am I doing?" And the reactions, there are people like, "Next," or there's people like, "Pokemon?
People
What?"
are like, "What? Pokemon?"
Yeah.
But my favorite was there was a kid who was literally playing Pokemon on his 3DS at the time when the Omega thing. He's like, "What?" And he showed the thing to the camera.
Wait, how old was this kid?
It was I don't know, 14 or something.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably old enough to see a forest of dongs. I imagine initially an 8-year-old. It's like you should not let anybody under the age of 13 on that website.
I think 13 is being generous.
I'm just thinking about when a kid can conceivably start Googling porn.
My favorite one was there's a couple. It just in the video there's a couple where they're not making out, but the girl is basically nibbling the guy's ear a bunch, and he's like, So guys, what do you think I should do? What move should I do? Are you whispering move ideas to him right now? No? Any ideas, guys? Okay. Like they're not even like acknowledging the camera at all.
Because they're waiting to get their exhibitionist on.
I said Forest of Dongs.
Anubis169 says, given the state of kids' language on Xbox Live, 13 seems fine.
I love that I said Forest of Dongs and everyone's attributing it to you.
Well, because I said
you're...
it second.
I said it second.
History
will remember.
Yeah.
History always goes to the most recent.
Yeah.
There was this was a funny story that
Written by the victors.
it's one of those things where it's like I couldn't necessarily write something funny about it because it's inherently very funny, but okay. Killing Floor. You may have seen Alex play Killing Floor. In Killing Floor 1 and 2, there's an enemy type called the Bloat. It's a big, fat zombie thing. And in Killing Floor 1, for some reason,
He has inexplicable nipple
he's got nipple rings. Killing Floor 2, he does not. And they found out about this from early screenshots, and this guy started a totally tongue-in-cheek, like, petition campaign to bring back the nipple rings. And it sort of took off, like, well beyond what he'd
like
originally
some of the
planned.
developers signed it.
Yeah, some of the developers signed it, like protesting against the fact that their own video game didn't have nipple rings on the dude.
Yeah.
I mean, the game Killing Floor 2 came out and there's no nipple rings, so I mean, it didn't do anything, but it's funny.
Yeah.
And I mean, they can always update it. But
It's true.
Nipple ring DLC.
Well, but
people were joking about that. They're like, they should make a DLC, and people did like mock-ups of like neon nipple ring DLC, 99 cents with like, yeah.
And they I liked the reasoning that they talked about. There's this like there's like a dev chat or something where the reasoning was that the bloats are all like in the context of like the loose story of Killing Floor, the bloats are like all grown from one like mass tumor thing.
Ugh.
So that they wouldn't they wouldn't have like extra.
What if you find a rare bloat occasionally that shows up with nipple rings? Because that was the original one. That would satisfy everybody.
I like the idea. Yeah, but it's saying like people really liked it because it like gave this. It's like you got to imagine this weird backstory for the bloat. It's like, was he like a super punk rock guy before he turned into a zombie?
Was he Was he like into kink? Is he maybe he just liked nipple? Or maybe he just liked how they looked? You know, any number of reasons.
Maybe he saw Janet Jackson's infamous Super Bowl nip slip and went, "Ooh, that's for me."
Square Enix. Do you guys remember Agni's Philosophy? The Philosophy? That was the name of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The DirectX 11 tech demo that Square did like 3 years ago. Well, DirectX 12 is coming out or is out or something. And so they went back to Square and got them to do another
went back to square one.
Real-time
Womp womp.
tech demo for it that sort of is kind of a continuation.
Yeah.
It's like 15 seconds long, and it's called Witch Episode 0, and then in square brackets, Cry. Because they can't name anything normal.
My reaction was to do this.
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's. I feel like Square has like their own like punctuation style guide that they just don't tell anybody else.
Like the naming convention for Kingdom Hearts games.
Mm.
Anyway,
It's really impressive.
It looks real cool.
It's pretty.
If you're into that.
I mean, like as the article I was reading actually talks about, it's like we're not at the point where the quality of graphics are at like the Agni's Philosophy level yet. I mean, Final Fantasy 15 is very pretty, but it's still not quite at that level. And the stuff for this demo, like it is real time.
No, that's the TXE2 has it. It's Witch Episode numeral 0, and then Cry in square brackets.
And then the video
Valkyrie Lemons, no.
It is technically real time, but the computer that they have running on real time, running it in real time, has 4 of the highest end possible GeForce cards running in a like Crossfire.
And you said they were about like $4,000 each. So
no, I think they're like $1,000 each. So the
it's practically consumer level.
The graphics hardware in this computer alone is like $4,000. Not to mention all the other
You
stuff.
mean that everyone runs 4 Titans?
Yeah, presumably the rest of the computer is equally buff.
So, Radio Wasabi. Cry does seem to be the name of that episode, if you can call it an episode. But I like Laserbeak's suggestion that Cry was supposed to be a stage direction. They got left in there somehow.
I mean, that's, to be fair, it's a pretty accurate description. It's just a lady crying. But then they like zoom in and it's like pores. Look at the pores.
I mean, it's incredible, and it's all in real time. I mean, it's obviously not like
8K textures.
You know, you're not going to get that kind of thing.
Based Try. No.
Right. I mean, it's not like they're I mean, it's not like that's actually going to be like an actual video game. And there's only one character, but that one character, they're saying like the main character in Rise,
Son of Rome.
Yeah. Who is considered to be really, really good.
Yeah.
Is something like 85,000 triangles or whatever.
Wow. That game is gorgeous.
The one in Cry is something like 65 million. Like, it's insane.
Too many polygons.
Lamour does say the hair.
Each of her hair is actually a separate thing.
That is the thing. Square Enix does the best hair in the industry, hands down. Like,
True that.
They have put so much money and effort into getting hair on lock.
Except for maybe.
I'm not saying they're good at designing hairstyles. I'm just saying they're good at rendering.
Except for maybe the new Tomb Raider with TressFX installed before they did the patching, so that whenever she shakes her head, it goes like.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I am so used to seeing.
Oh, that's sweet, Lamour.
To seeing women in video games have this hairstyle, except they have a really short ponytail that never moves, or they have.
Yeah, the ponytail is very popular.
Like.
Or the tight bun.
The tight bun. That all the women in, like, now LA Noire is, like, really old, but all the women in LA Noire had the same hairstyle, and, like, it's always, like, a helmet that never moves. And Square, like, even with some problems, the hair in Tomb Raider was still really good.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Lamour's had the guys who did the facial rigging for Rise are doing face rigging for Star Citizen.
Nice.
So that's cool.
Well, it's, I mean, in this article that was talking about how awesome it is, Star Citizen was actually put forward as another game that's come out and that's coming out in the near future that has ridiculously high resolution stuff.
Yeah, it's so weird. I need to research more about Star Citizen because I know that they've been like releasing bits of the game, right? And people like I saw that video of someone walking around this user's hangar. It was on like Polygon or Kotaku, and they were like, we know a guy who has the game. He's given us the password so we can look around his hangar. We're not going to tell you who it is. And it's like his hangar is in an asteroid somewhere, and he's spent real world thousands of dollars on these in-game ships. And it's gorgeous. It's unreal, the graphical quality of what they're making.
At the moment, I believe you can just walk around your hangar and look at your ships, though. You can't actually fly around yet.
I think that's about it, yeah.
Although I think maybe it was going to come out or it has come out like a dogfighting thing. Like the actual like full game hasn't come out yet. No. But Star Citizen's the other one where they've been like the quiet crowdfunding success story, where it's like, yeah, they did okay on Kickstarter. Like, they did pretty good. Like, they got a couple million.
Oh, you can do the dogfighting now.
They got a couple $1 million on Kickstarter, and they were around the same level as the Double Fine Adventure, and that kind of stuff. And so they were one of the big ones Kickstarter. But then they just on their own website they were like, we'll just keep this crowdfunding thing rolling, and we'll keep adding stretch goals for each thing. And I think
it's like $65 million.
Yeah, I know. I was reading when they passed 20 million. That was a while ago. That they just keep adding new things. They're like, I guess we'll just put new stuff. And they made it's by far the biggest crowdfunding thing ever, I think. But they're doing it on their own setup. So
if your ship gets destroyed in dogfighting, you don't lose your ship, do you? That would make me never want to dogfight. Be like, I spent $300 from real money on this ship.
I'm assuming, that if you spent real money on your ship, it doesn't get destroyed.
I assume so. Anyway, This is the last story that we had. Was that there was a burp in the Steam marketplace that started valuing items at the same rate in US dollars as Indonesian rupiahs, which has an exchange rate of 1 to 13,000. So you could buy stuff. If something cost $5 US, you could buy it for 5 rupiahs, which is a fraction of a cent.
And the great part was, if there's anything that was priced in rupiahs, it would be priced in that amount in US dollars. So like a regular thing, like for instance, a $1 game would have cost $13,000 US dollars because it was the same price as the rupiah. So
this barely went on for this was maybe a couple of hours, and then they shut it down and
it went on for a couple hours, and they shut it down overnight. And then when they brought it back up, they were fixing it. So should have used xz.com.
That's my advice for Steam.
Which is pretty funny.
Kathleen, you want to welcome some subs?
Yeah.
All right. The first several might be in weird orders, and maybe we missed one or two at the beginning, but I'm going to double check.
This is my sub.
I'm going to cross-reference both lists. But let's start.
They are not honoring the purchases, A169, or Anubis 169.
Are they not?
No, they said they were refunding a bunch of them.
A bunch of people got refunded. I think they said some people might have kind of slipped through the cracks, but most things got reversed.
Spoopy Pumpkins.
Oh my goodness.
Has subscribed. Spoopy Pumpkins from Spooky's House of Jump Scares. Spoopy Pumpkins.
Is that what that's a reference to? I didn't understand to watch.
I don't know. Alex determined that skeletons still number one. He's not a big fan of pumpkins either.
Really?
They're those little ones where they're like boop and pop out from the wall. Those really put you on edge later in the game.
Well, because everything else is terrifying, right?
Yes.
Because I met the.
What's his quote? Was it "Get fucked, pumpkin"? There's a quote in Pump 19 somewhere where he's not a fan.
I met the girl who was working on developing that game, and she said it was going to be legitimately scary. And I was like, okay.
Really is.
Because obviously she is proud of her game, but I was like, well, we'll see. But I was like, I will remember this because I really want to play it on Let's Nope. And as soon as it came out on, because it's still early access, right?
Yes.
And so I was like, Alex, I met this girl. You should play her game.
Right, there it is, quote 185. Fuck you, pumpkin, eat shit.
Jesus. Wow. That's pumpkinist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Alex has no problem being very discriminatory against certain horror monsters. Skeletons, pumpkins. Not a fan of zombies, too.
If I can ever remember her name, I was at a party when I met her, to be completely honest. If I can remember her name, I will...
It was Kira.
I will pass on my...
She's on Twitter.
She's on Twitter? Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'll pass on my compliments to her because her game apparently is very good. So yay!
Oh, right. Sorry. I was looking through Stylish Kira on Twitter. That was it. Sorry, I was looking through my @replies because someone messaged her saying that they'd watched us play. But I just remembered something else weird. Can I tell you a weird Destiny thing that happened last night?
Sure.
So there's 6 of us playing...
Spooky Pumpkins will get to you.
Sorry. There was six of us playing in the Iron Banner, which is the multiplayer. It's the PvP thing that actually cares about the level of your character and the weapons. And so we play this with 6 of us in one fire team as one team because it's 6v6. Because even if we lose, at least we have the camaraderie, that sort of thing. So it's actually fun to play. And one of the players lost connection to the Destiny server, got kicked out. And when you lose your fire team, the matchmaking will fill in with a person who's just joining by themselves. Oh. Like matchmaking will be like, oh, there's a team that is short a player. You get in this game in progress. So
oh no.
Yeah, so we were like, oh, well that's fine. Just rejoin our fire team and you'll get in right away. And so she was like, okay, no worries, because she knows this too. So she joined our fire team and got brought right back into the game on the other team.
Whoopsie.
Did you guys?
Which shouldn't be able to happen because she joined our fire team.
Did you guys use this to your advantage?
No, we lost.
What? You had a mole! I'm so disappointed in you.
How many of you did she kill?
A lot.
So she wasn't actually a mole. She was actually a double agent.
Yeah.
She started working for the other side. It's like,
the best in that game, the best KD ratio on our team was the random 6th. And it still wasn't as good as her KD on their team.
Oh my goodness.
And she was the best KD on their team, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, that was Lady Mav.
So
well, there you go.
So she was like the best person on
the rest
your
of
team.
you scrubs were holding her back.
Apparently.
Oh dear.
That's going into the quote. You had a mole. And this is why we fear you, Kathleen. Come on.
Well, that's what we said. We were like, well, you can tell us where like what they're doing, and she's like,
I'd rather tell them what you're doing.
Yeah.
Was she still like in your chat?
No, yeah, she was in our voice chat. Not
so she
not
could
there.
like trash talk you guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty
So
funny.
what you're saying is her darn moral compass screwed you guys out of an easy victory.
The thing is, she still got like such a high score on their team after not being there from the beginning of the game, and then when she joined, having sort of a small crisis of conscience and just not doing anything for like 30 seconds. She was like, well, screw it.
she got
just,
over it.
That just killed everybody. Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, go ahead.
Right.
Spoopy pumpkins.
Spoopy pumpkins. Hey everybody, are you looking for some new Halloween scares, but you've tried ghosts and you've tried zombies and god damn it, you've tried skeletons so often that Alex has come to your house and told you not to put up any more fucking skeletons already. Have you considered Spoopy Pumpkins? That's right. They're round, they're orange, and they're in charge of scaring the poo out of you. That's right. What can Spoopy Pumpkins do? Well, they'll put Alex on tilt, and isn't that what you're looking for? Spoopy Pumpkins. Try them today.
Nice.
For the record, a random 6th had the best KD in our game. Not the highest score, but the best KD. It's not all about kills in.
What else is it about?
Well, it's a control map, so there's 3 control points.
Oh, I see.
So you have to try and hold the points, and the more points you hold, the bigger your multiplier for kills. So it's Anyway, Navarin with a resub.
Navarin. Hey everybody, are you looking for a cool vacation option? Come on down to Navarin's Caravan Warehouse. We have a variety of caravans for your transcontinental transport needs. That's right. Why go in a car or an RV when you can go in an old-fashioned caravan, pulled by a camel, staffed by camels, and reared and headed up in the rear by a bunch of camels? You know what we say? Spit included! Come on down to Navarin's Caravan Warehouse today. Please take some of these camels off our hands.
It's like never a van.
Yeah.
Navarin.
Yeah.
Nice. Candy Nuke. Oh, sorry. Spoopy Pumpkins was a new sub, and welcome. Navarin was a 16-month resub. Candy Nuke with a 7-month resub.
Wait, I'm gonna sneeze.
Kathleen's gonna sneeze.
Maybe?
Wait for it.
Achoo! Achoo! I'm done.
Welcome, Candy Nuke. Collad is... No, I'm kidding.
I was like, wait a minute here.
Candy Nuke gets
No.
Kathleen sneezing twice.
Yeah.
That was your Candy Nuke's house of Kathleen sneezing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, alright, Candy Duke?
Yeah.
Hey everybody, have you tried a variety of novelty-shaped candies, but you can't sell candy cigarettes anymore because of some sort of law about not wanting to encourage children to put cancer inside themselves? Why not try these new Candy Nukes? They're just as destructive, but on a more broad swath. You know what? But you know what? They come in 2 delicious flavors. Atomic strawberry and radioactive raspberry. That's right. These Candy Nukes are great. Teach your kids all about Fat Man and Little Boy and the devastation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki through these delicious candies. Candy Nuke, try them today.
Or not. Yeah, it's allergies. All the plants outside are having sex.
Oh my god.
It's an explosion of flavor.
I went into, I was running errands this morning and I went somewhere where they had put up like a big, beautiful bouquet of lilacs, like just like in a jar. And I was like, oh, it smells great in here. Blech, like immediately. So, not great.
Okay, the live page is working for us, Mamo. Like, wait, you mean the...
Well, it's on the website.
Oh, on the website. I'm sorry. You're talking about that live page. Let's find out. Oh, no, it's... It starts, the second day is today. Mamo, if you go to the live page right now, Sunday should be the first day listed. And then today is labeled. Like, we organize it like that, so it's like...
So you can see a little bit of what's
in case there's overlay, but also what was yesterday, just in case. So, sorry. Admiral Mamo is talking about the new live page on loadingreadyrun.com. It's very closely modeled on the old live page, but with two notable changes. One, that today is highlighted, and two, that you can scroll side to side.
Ooh.
You can click and drag.
And the biggest difference is that it actually...
it's cool looking.
It also works on your mobile device. Woo! If you open it up on your Android or iPhone. Yay!
Khalad has subscribed with a 16-month resub. Khalad.
Could that be Cal Ahad?
It's Khalad.
How do you know?
Because we've been through this.
Oh, okay. I trust you.
We've been through it together.
Kala HD.
Yeah, could be that.
Fine. You do whatever
Sir
you want.
Galahad.
I'm going to sit here and look at Twitter.
No, stop that. Pay attention. Khalad. Colostomy. No. Khalad.
Nebu. Or however you pronounce your name. I do. Not a lot, but I play Hearthstone, yeah.
We've been through this. I'm not high def.
All right. Can I get some sexy music, Paul? You're a man who has a certain appeal, a certain amount of desire, a certain scent. That's right, you work hard, and quite frequently you smell like an armpit. But not anymore. The new scent from Calvin Klein. Khalad. It's sensual, with odors of musk, vanilla, cardamom, and fresh roadkill, to let women know that you are dangerous. Khalad. Women will smell your armpits, and no longer will they recoil in horror. They will go there in interest and say, "Is that raccoon I smell?" Alright, that's enough.
Awful. DeVere's Ball Kick Empire.
Oh, excellent.
Has
I've
subscribed.
expanded. Hey, everybody. Nobody ever takes me up on my ball kicking offers, but I realize that it's maybe not a lack of people who want a ball or two kicked. What it is
Do you provide a service of just kicking one ball? It seems like that
if somebody
requires a lot
only-
of precision.
No, if somebody only has one ball, I'm not going to refuse their patronage, or refuse the patronage of the person who wants that single ball kicked.
Hey,
Oh, I
Chibi
see.
Bento.
You can't, but you don't kick just one of the two.
I mean, I
If they
don't
have-
guarantee that it's that precise. I'm
Okay.
more dealing in impact rather than targeting.
Okay.
But anyhow, I realize that perhaps what the issue is that not that people don't want this service, it's that they can't get this service because, of course, I'm here, and many people that deserve to have their balls kicked in are somewhere else. So what I've decided to franchise. That's right. It's not just Kathleen Kicks Balls. It's my ball kicking empire.
Oh.
You can apply to be a Kathleen ball kicking franchisee, and for a small licensing fee, I will teach you my testicular trauma secrets, the delight and satisfaction from a ball well kicked. That can be yours. I mean, just email me. I've got very reasonable rates for franchisees, and while I've never made a single sale, I think things will be different when there's a variety of ball-kicking outlets across the nation, across the world, across the universe. Let's not think small here. I'm not alienist. I'll let you be a franchisee too if you really want to. So come on, send me an email. Let's work out a deal and you can join my ball-kicking empire.
The fragrance of dark coffee
I like
has subscribed and says, "I now have an arrow next to my name."
Nice.
I like to imagine the franchise package is is like a sign and just one big hobnail boot.
Yeah. Steel toe.
Steel toe boot. Yeah.
MMA Fighter 31, we have completed, to answer your question, what is Kathleen talking about? We've completed our CheckPoint gaming show and are now welcoming today's subscribers to the channel, and it gets weird.
Yeah, basically what I do is I take the subscriber name, and we have a list of everybody who's subscribed or resubscribed during this period, and then I improvise a little spoken word sketch. Basically, so, there's a perfume ad. That's a running gag about the ball kicking thing,
Yeah.
So perhaps that's a hard place to go into. But...
Well, thank you, Fragrance of Dark Coffee. Appreciate it. Next up, by the way.
I like that there's like a Kathleen wig and glasses in the as part of the franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually a Kate Middleton wig. You can get them cheaper.
Manig with a 2-month resub.
Manig.
Or Manig.
Manig. Oh, that sounds dirty.
Or Man Ig.
Manig, man. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, I guess it just ends on ig. So, Manig. All right. Yeah, I think I could. Yeah. All right. It's the 1940s. Things are old-fashioned and cars are crummy compared to today. Women are wearing uncomfortable hose and have less freedoms. It's overall less good, except for Manig, the superhero the 1940s needs and deserves. That's right, Manig with his Manig mustache and his Manig suitcase, because he is a proper gentleman. He also wears a hat out in public, but when he must do rescues inside, he of course takes it off and hangs it up on the hat rack first. Manig, superhero of the 1940s, comes by with a sharply pressed suit and a neat tie, saying, "Hello, good sir, I am here to save the day, excuse me. Oh, is that a woman in here? Well, good luck getting equal representation in the workplace, but I must go on. Manic, superhero of the 1940s.
I love the idea.
Like, sorry, that's not my department.
Yeah.
I love the idea of this guy, like, bursting through a door, like, splintering everywhere, just like, hat rack, to work.
Yeah.
Right? He has to pause.
It reminds me of remember in the old Adam West Batman. They're fighting a villain. I think her thing was she was she had like knitting needles or something. Like she was knitting was like her thing.
Was one played by Zsa Zsa Gabor?
I don't know. But anyway, she escapes into a woman's change room. And
right.
And so Batman and Robin go into the women's change room, but they put their hands over their eyes. And so they're like, come out, we will defeat you. But they have to keep their hands over their eyes in case, they see something they don't want to be, not have impropriety. So they have to chase the villain while covering their eyes because they could
think clean thoughts.
See the women's change room.
That's like the one where he. I just love the scene. I think it's from the movie. I can't remember where Adam West Batman, opens the door to like a seedy dive bar and swaggers up to the bar and orders a tall glass of milk. It was good. Lee Benningfield with a 16-month resub.
Lee Benningfield, he is a man from far away, because I don't know him, so he's not around here. Lee Benningfield, maybe I'll see him one day. Lee Benningfield, I feel that he might be English, but maybe I'm just projecting. I'd like just to go back to England, maybe on a vacation, because I want one. That's right, I want to lay on a couch and read a paper and not care about anything. Watch horse races on TV, even though I don't really like horses or racing or betting. I just want to sit around and maybe drink some tea and then drink some wine and then drink a lot more wine and a lot more wine and fall asleep real early and get up and repeat it again. All right, Lee Benningfield.
Nice. That was a tribute to both Lee Benningfield and just England.
Or at least just being on a vacation.
He seems to be happy. He or she seems to be happy. Perhaps they are indeed from England.
John Kirkpatrick with a 7-month resub. John Kirkpatrick. That was a really good song, by the way.
Yeah, I was quite impressed. It scanned.
Yeah.
You know what?
It didn't rhyme once, but the rest of it did.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it rhymed plenty of times.
I said it didn't rhyme once, and the rest of the rhymes worked.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if I just keep doing this for like another 5 years, I will be as good as improvising as those guys that warm up the crowd before they actually film an episode of Whose Line Is It Anyhow?
Whose Line Is It Anyhow? The Snorsh knockoff of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh, right.
Whose line is it? Oh my God, there's a Weagle on my face.
Let's see.
Every game is the hoedown.
Oh, it's called a Weagle down though. Just throw a
It's-
Weagle in there.
It's the game is yeah, the game is just like doing whatever you have to do, but you also have to avoid Weagles while you do it.
God, why didn't we have that as a Canadian version?
Whose line?
Welcome
is
to
it,
Whose
eh?
Line Is It, eh?
I mean, we could still do this as a
Hose-
parody
it'll be-
sketch.
Finally,
Whose line is it?
yeah. Finally, Mike Bullard would find work again.
I mean, we're not saying we don't like the hoedown. We just don't want every sketch to be the or every
Poor
segment
Mike
to be. The
I'm saying I don't like the
hoedown.
hoedown. I know there's people in chat like, I love the hoedown. I know, that's why they made them do it every episode. The performers hate the hoedown.
Well, it's really hard to improvise a song.
Well, also they had to do it every episode. If they didn't do the hoedown, they would do Irish drinking song. Like the Drew Carey years, they do one of those
Yeah, one of those
every
two.
episode. Yeah.
Whose Weagle is it anyhow?
No one's. You can't own that.
Yeah, Weagles are
That's
not
better,
property.
Admiral Mamo. Welcome to Sorry, Whose Line Is It, eh?
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry.
Oh, wah. I think Mamo is allowed to make those jokes because he's Canadian, right?
No, he's not.
Oh, stop that! That's our word.
I thought it was funny,
Sorry is our word.
apparently. I'm sorry, that's our word.
John Kirkpatrick. Somebody
Admiral
suggested-
Mamo was more than just Ryan. The whole cast did not like the hoedown.
I mean, they sort of amped it up
Yeah.
sometimes. But
Oh, it's way more fun to complain about something and to complain about it a lot, right? It makes people like it more.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're right. You're a Baltimorean.
I liked Irish drinking song better than Hoedown.
I knew
Yeah, me
that.
too.
But anyway,
Day. John Kirkpatrick.
John Kirkpatrick. Someone suggested John Kirkpatrick, attorney at law.
Sounds
that
good.
Sounds pretty good. Hello. Do you have some legal troubles? Have you run into some issues with the police because you were driving while drunk, or driving while intoxicated, or driving while driving something else? All of these are common problems that John Kirkpatrick, attorney at law, can help you solve. That's right, we specialize in bail, and super bail, and ultra bail. If you haven't heard those other two terms, it's because you're not an attorney at law like John Kirkpatrick. That's right, if you need to keep your butt out of jail because you've done something truly stupid, but you can't afford reputable name-brand lawyers like Bear and Shark & Co., try John Kirkpatrick, attorney at law. We'll get you super bailed.
Love that.
I like you get stopped by the cops. They're like, "Sir, do you know how many cars you were driving?"
I like to think you're driving an RC car in your car while you're driving your car.
I like.
It's like an exhibit situation.
I wanted that to go with like, if you haven't heard of super bail and ultra bail, that's because you're not an attorney at law, and not just because I made those up.
That would have been better.
I'm writing this down.
What, as a crap shot?
Yes.
Oh, as like a bad crap shot ad?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
You need super bail if you're going to super prison.
Yeah, I
Presumably.
think I was going to try.
Super bail for super jail. Except that I don't like that show.
Yeah, I was trying to say butt and ass at the same time, and then I was like, no, I want to say ass. No, I don't want to say ass. I want to say butt. Oh, I'm confused. Start again.
You got to commit.
Who's next?
Oh, sorry. Next is Calaveth with a 2-month resub.
Calaveth. All right. You keep writing.
Okay.
Oh,
Paul, can I have...
so Bear, and Gur, and Shark, and Remora have merged.
Oh,
They
right.
become
Right.
Bear, and Shark.
I love those
I
ones.
mean, right. I was trying to do a callback to that. So good job, Matt Andy Sims. A very old Loading Ready Run video
Love it.
of the law firms of Bear, and Gur, and the competing law firm of Shark, and Remora. But yeah, I guess they merged sometime in the last 8 years because we did that video a really long time ago. That sounds like a Dave's commercial. I mean,
Yeah.
I helped Graham write some of the Dave's commercials, so there's a little bit of Kathleen in Dave.
Yep.
That is a deep cut. Yeah, well, it's the kind of thing you remember because I've been around here for a while. The return of Dave's announcer. Oh yeah, I want to do more Dave's announcer crap shots because his shtick is perfect for a crap shot.
Yeah. The Dave's announcer and the the guys from Krog's List we want to bring back.
Yeah.
Together.
Probably not together.
Probably not.
Yeah, but the reason why we don't see Krog's List all the time is it has to meet a certain sort of minimum temperature requirement outside before we're comfortable filming Krog's List videos. But it's summertime now, so it's perfect.
Yeah, Saturday. It's literally supposed to hit 22 on Saturday.
We should go outside and film some Krog's List crap shots. I am glad I shaved my legs today because I'm going to be hot.
It's Celsius, by the way.
All right. Calibeth, can I have that sexy music back?
All right.
You're a man. You're a macho man. You're a bit of a stanky man, and you've tried God. And your wife and fiance or just women around you said, do you smell like a raccoon? Because that's disgusting, and I'm not okay with that. So why not try Calibeth? That's right, all of the great things that you loved about Calibeth. But we've taken 100% roadkill raccoon essence out of the formula and replaced it with delicious musk, delicious vanilla, sensual cardamom, and the new secret weapon to make women go delicious. 100% roadkill muskrat. That's right. It's got musk in it, so it must be even muskier and more manly. So impress the women in your life when they come up to you and say, do you smell like a muskrat that's been run over by a tractor? Calibeth.
Love it. Next up is...
So it's muskrat is considered to be better than raccoon.
I don't think either of them are better, but...
Or it's I guess it's a matter of personal taste.
Conspicuous Compiler with a 10-month resub. Welcome back.
Nice.
Next up for the welcomes is Pongo Sapiens.
Pongo Sapiens. I've done many Pongo Sapiens.
Our current storm count is 23. I don't know.
Yeah, I've got it. We're up to here inclusive for the
full commercial
for the welcomes. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more.
Oh well, hey, I'm more than halfway through. All right, Pongo Sapiens. Hey, everybody, are you looking for a new exercise routine? Come on down to Pongo Sapiens Home Gym Depot. That's right. We have a variety of exercise machines that you may or may not find helpful for blasting that flab. That's right. Turn this into this. It's with Pongo Sapiens' revolutionary new technology. We just pellet you with ping pong balls until you learn to move faster and get out of the way. Guaranteed 100% to blast fat from your abs, either through direct and painful impact, breaking up the cells on a physical level, or just from you moving around a lot more as you're trying to get away from the horrible welts. If you have some flab that you want to get rid of, you want to tighten up your back end, or maybe just perk up your nips, come on down to Pongo Sapiens Home Gym today.
You'd have to shoot ping pong balls really fast to do any kind of serious damage.
I love until you get out of the way.
It's using the more literal interpretation of blasting the abs.
Yeah.
As in, we're gonna blast them with ping pong balls.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ping pong ball.
Sorry, someone was like, holy crap, that video shows a much younger Graham. Yeah, we filmed it 9 years ago.
Oh, I was pretty close when I guessed 8, actually, then.
And it was...
it went up June 2nd, 2006.
And that was filmed up in, like, Prince George or somewhere.
In Chetwynd.
Chetwynd, yeah.
Jeez. Oh, it probably shows a real chubby Kathleen.
And also... and you can get a good idea of the not goodness of the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the
is that even pre FX1?
Yeah, because the FX1 arrived while it was up there.
Right.
Because I remember you emailing me about it.
Right, I don't think you ever brought the FX1 to Chetwynd.
I don't think so. I just remember the email was you had to specify the tune because you were singing the Gamera theme song from MSC3K. Camera. Yeah.
Kathleen, you looked so different back then. It's weird. Yeah, I was younger and chubbier.
Yep, everyone looked different.
There is no existing footage of Cam, but I can tell you, our viewers, that Cam and I used to be fat kids.
We've been...
and And now
I
not
mean,
so
I
much.
think
Not that I'm like a pillar of muscular development or anything.
old. I mean, we've got. I mean, obviously we don't have like really young Cam, but we've got like maybe 5 years ago Cam.
I think so.
4 or 5 years ago Cam.
It's been a while.
He looks a little different.
Yeah, Cam started hanging out with us very shortly after he moved here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Croco King with a 4-month resub.
Ooh.
Croco King, but with a K. The second one is a K.
So
First
he's
one's
like
a C.
the king of the crocos.
Whatever a croco is, yeah.
That makes me just think of a croque madame.
Mm.
Nom nom nom. Or maybe
So,
a croque monsieur.
I was about to say, isn't it a croque monsieur?
There is no existing footage of Cam with his legendary ponytail. I've
never
saw
seen
it because I went to the same university as Cam, I remember what he looked like, and I can describe him as a chubbier Cam with a ponytail, which doesn't really help. But I have a distinct mental image.
Could there be photographs somewhere?
I think he's burned all of them. I think none of them exist anymore.
Someday.
Old Cam has been, for the fragrance of dark coffees, Cam has been caught exactly once on a very shaky camera with no focus in rural Canada. I mean, that could be Prince George. I said I wasn't a pillar of muscular development. I said that quote should be Kathleen, quote, not a pillar of muscular development, end quote, DeVere.
It's out of context.
Yeah.
Croco King.
Croco King. Hello, everyone. Come on down to Croco King's French restaurant. That's right. Our French food is much more authentic than our accents. What accent am I even doing? It doesn't matter. This French food is so delicious you won't even care. That's right. We've got escargots. Those are snails in butter. That's better than it sounds. Just trust us on this. We've got leg of frog. It's like frog's legs, but you only get one because it's French and fancy and the portions are small. We also have croque monsieur, which is a bread and cheese and egg thing, I think. And then croque madame, which is the same, but it doesn't have ham. There's ham on the first one. I probably should have mentioned that. Come on down to Croco King's French restaurant. Our food is great. Our accent is bad. Don't worry about it. Come on down. 100% not Wiggles.
I love that you also woefully mispronounced all the French words.
Yes,
Yeah,
on purpose.
Oh, I know.
it's like
Lego
French.
frog.
French by way of snorsh.
Yeah.
Pongo Sapiens points out, I forgot to mention, my bad, Pongo Sapiens was a 14-month resub.
Ah.
Welcome back, Pongo.
Pongo.
Speaking of 14 months I'm just going to reset my brain here. Hang on. Great. Speaking of 14-month resubs, Toidle with a 14-month resub.
Toidle.
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 Toidol.
Toidle.
Toidle.
Too idle.
Too idle. Croque madame has egg, croque monsieur doesn't. Okay. I've had both. They're really good. But yeah, basically it's like a bechamel and cheese and bread kind of melty thing.
Isn't it like a French toast sandwich?
No, that's
Monte Cristo.
A
Thank you.
Monte Cristo.
oh, Monte Cristos. If you've never had a Monte Cristo though, oh my god, they're so bad for you.
It is like just cheese and ham in a sandwich, and then
it's
French
ham.
French
no,
toasted.
it's ham and turkey, and then with Swiss cheese in between. And then instead of bread, they dip the whole thing in like.
Well, they use bread.
Well, yeah, but they dip the whole thing in egg batter, and then they make it like French toast, and it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And so bad for you.
It's also excellent if you want to avenge your betrayal from your friend who sends you to prison for many years, and you have to escape.
The Monte Cristo sandwich.
Yeah, that's how he avenged himself. Or while he was busy getting vengeance, sometimes he had to keep his energy up. So he made a sandwich.
Astral Steel has just subscribed. Astral Steel, thank you for subscribing.
Woo.
Welcome, new subscriber.
Not a great building material.
No. I have
Astral
not
Steel.
had a
It is from
Monte
space.
Cristo sandwich in probably 5 years because they're so hard to find a place that makes them. And while I conceivably could make my own Monte Cristos, that's
You don't
just
wanna-
so much work. There's so much infrastructure involved. I want to go to a restaurant and have them make it for me.
Also, if you get good at making them, then that's just bad, because then you can be like, I'm a little peckish at home. Guess I'm making a Monte Cristo sandwich.
I feel like I have made Monte Cristo occasionally.
Oh,
But-
at home?
Yeah,
Wow.
but I feel like once I've made the French toast, I'm like, why should I do the rest of this? Why don't I just eat this French toast?
Right?
Yeah.
Toidle.
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 I think I do this every time.
Yeah.
Toidle.
Toidle.
I mean, his avatar is a turtle.
Toidle.
So, I mean, this might be some sort of play. Hey, everybody. Do you like sea life? Come on down to Big Vinny's Jersey Aquarium. That's right. You can't afford to take your kids to a proper aquarium, but come on, take them down to mine. That's right. I got some tanks. I got some turtles in there. Kids love turtles. You gotta touch them. Don't let them poop on you, though. I love to poop on kids. But yeah, get your hands in there, swish them around.
Hey.
Don't worry.
Hey.
What?
You got any dolphins?
God, no.
You got any dolphins in this place?
Does these tanks look like they can hold a dolphin? Get out of here. Get out of here.
I want to
Piss
see
off.
dolphins.
Well, you gotta go to a real aquarium for that, but if you're a cheap motherfucker, you come on down to my aquarium. We got some tanks with some turtles in them. Come touch them.
What is it?
Octopuses.
Octopuses.
Octopodes or octopuses?
Octopuses.
It's octopuses.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Lily will learn you on that.
Yeah, I remember there's a big discussion of it, and Lily like got like a definitive answer on that.
Yeah.
Shoiks. You got some head shoiks.
You got any sharks here?
No, we don't got any goddamn shoiks. I told you I got turtles. That's all we got. You want to touch some goddamn turtles or not?
Toituses?
You got any of those, what are they called, anemones?
We don't got any anemones.
Anemones?
We don't got any enemies. Get out of here.
Anemones.
I got no enemies.
All right.
Just turtles. Those accents, though, yeah, they're bad accents. It's like a cartoon
They're not even meant to
Jersey
be
accent.
any. They're not even meant to be any specific accent. Just
Well, I was
It's-
doing cartoon New Jersey.
Yeah.
It's the like New Jersey
penguins.
penguins.
We do the Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh,
Pinwins.
yeah.
These penguins.
Penguins, yeah.
Pinwins.
Matt
Come
Andy
on.
Sims, I'm afraid I believe you are incorrect.
Yes, it is.
Sorry, what?
It is technically octopuses because of the root language of the word.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst Newfoundland accent I've ever heard. I think we were going for something else.
Penguin.
Penguin.
Yeah.
These penguins.
Meltalar with the 5-month resub. Meltalar.
Meltalar.
Penguins.
Meltalar.
I know Bidet of the Dead. We know that. What's up?
Meltalar has an amazing avatar.
What is it?
It looks like an extremely fat squirrel.
Wow, yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if that actually is what it is, but
Octoprofiteroles?
octopi is when you eat a pie. Octopuses, octopodes.
let's see. Meltalar. Let's see. All I can think is steel can't melt. His fire can't melt.
Can't melt a lar?
Steel beams.
Fire can't melt a lar? Is that where you're going
Yeah,
with
it's
this?
not even
That's
funny.
not good, no.
It's not even funny when I say it out loud.
If
It
they're
was only kind of funny
What-
in my head.
what if they're astral steel? It's,
Well, fire
again,
can melt astral steel. Fire can melt our astral steel beams.
This is all weird.
and it's still a very poor building material
Yeah.
because it only really exists on the astral plane, so it doesn't actually. It's kind of incorporeal.
I think the PlayStation 2 is still on.
Oh yeah, it totally is. Adam.
We should probably turn that off. He didn't save. We just set him back 8 hours. Not my
Serves
problem.
him right.
Oops, lol.
Meltalar.
Still can't melt jet fuel.
Zotamidu, you've missed most of it. Not gonna lie. Meltalar. God, I'm kind of drawing a blank here.
Meltalar.
Maybe
Sounds
just-
kinda-
maybe
sounds
just
kinda like
finish
a-
up my perfume trip.
Sounds kind of like a Pokemon.
80s
but-
cartoon show? You do your perfume triptych.
I'll finish up this perfume thing, this perfume theme that we've got going. Sexy music one more time.
All right.
I mean,
We here at Calvin Klein have been ordered by the courts to explain that our previous two fragrances, Cathay and Calabath, contained extracts that most people would not consider ethical, legal, or desirable in perfumes, namely muskrat and raccoon roadkill leavings. And as part of this court-ordered settlement, we are obligated to tell you that you should throw out any unused portions or unopened bottles And write to Calvin Klein headquarters for a complete refund on account of these perfumes being unsuitable for human consumption and may or may not be responsible for the transmission of rabies. That last clause, which has not been proven in court yet. But for those of you who still feel that they must be a manly man, that they must make women go, I can smell your musk, we now present Meltalon. Like our previous men's fragrances, Meltalon contains notes of musk and vanilla and cardamom, but this time it is 100% roadkill free. That's right, we use 100% steel shavings to create a manly fragrance. So when a woman walks up to you, she'll no longer say, do you smell like a raccoon that was hit by a tractor trailer and then dragged for several miles? Because that's not actually very appealing. She will instead say, you smell like a sweaty construction worker.
Wow. Thank you, 16-Bit Mason. That was a fun episode.
I have horrible metal shavings in my nose now.
Yeah, I mean, metal shavings are not something you should put on your skin.
LRR Season 1 HD Remake. Subscribed. Thank you, whoever that was.
This is a long build-up. I liked my stupid, legal disclaimer, you're not supposed to put roadkill into perfume. I thought that was funny in kind of a dry kind of way. Let's see. LRR Season 1 HD Remake. Hey, everybody. You know what we want from you? Some money to do something stupid, but that's okay. We decided we didn't want to do anything that was too much work, so we're going to do an LRR Season 1 remake. But instead of, going and George Lucas in that thing and polishing that raw diamond until it shines, possibly too much, what we're going to do is keep it really straightforward. We're going to remake it using all of the same techniques and equipment and acting. That's right. We will learn how to act worse. We will get younger, and in some cases fatter, but in most cases thinner, because let's be honest, the passage of time is a cruel mistress. And we will remake Season 1 using authentic equipment and authentic levels of talent, which is much lower than the talent we'll display today. You will be treated to jokes such as, I wasn't there for a lot of Season 1, but Graham and Paul, act one out.
Remember any Season 1?
This delay is not us killing time trying to figure out what to say.
It's a representation of the bad editing in the first season.
Exactly.
Season 1. What happened in Season 1?
Wasn't there a War on Christmas thing?
No.
No, Season 1 we did the lesser-known holidays in Christmas. Like bathtub, or less-known holidays.
Bathtub Party Day.
Bathtub Party Day.
Yeah, the lesser-known holidays in December.
And December 25th, which is Pumpkin Pie Day.
Pumpkin Pie Day, yeah.
Yeah!
Bathtub Party Day, there was the cutaway to...
Stop. You guys are being way too amusing and interesting. This is not representative of Season 1 quality. Once again, for the low price of, I don't know, probably $8 or $9, because we could probably knock this out in an afternoon. An LRR Season 1 remake. Just as shitty as it was the first time.
Remaking Season 1 would actually take a lot of work.
Oh,
Even at the level that Season 1 was done at, there'd still be a ton of locations.
It still took us a year.
And set up, yeah. And the videos were so long.
Neridum. I mess that up every time.
Neridium. Like iridium? Uranium?
I assume so. Laflanium. Flangium.
We're not making that. We're not making that.
Flangipants.
We're not making LRR Season 1.
Flungums.
We'd have to shave Graham and then glue the hair to Paul's beard. Paul could just grow
Paul
a bigger
has
beard.
Paul has a bigger...
Oh no, you'd have to grow that awful goatee you had.
I would not have to do that.
You are forbidden from doing that.
Yeah, if I just...
That's not...
I don't actually have the power to forbid you from doing that.
I was going to say, that's not a requirement. If we're remaking it, we could remake it better, which is me not having terrible facial hair. I consider that an improvement.
Authenticity, though.
No.
All right.
Neridium.
Nerindia.
Neridium.
Neridium. Neridium. Hey, everybody, do you need someplace to stash your screaming, mewling children for a few hours? Come on down to Neridium's Arcade. That's right. We have all of the arcade machines, like Pong and Space Invaders and some other things that I got cheap from the back of a truck. Some of them work, some of them don't, but that's okay. Your kids will learn skills like video games, being in an arcade, having local older children not punch them in the back of the head as they're trying to play, and fixing my arcade cabinets that don't work. Hint, that's a lot of them, but not all of them, so find out when you get here. That's right. I don't mind watching your screaming children, because then I can say I have a job, and then the social services people will stop hassling me to get back to work, and I can continue collecting my checks. Come on down to Neridium's Arcade. Supervision not guaranteed.
Nothing guaranteed.
Yeah.
Sorry,
That went to a dark
that
place.
was good. Sorry, I was doing the with Laserbeaks there. It was a reference to the Thundercats audio outtakes. They're recording it's this like really popular sound clip that went around of the voice actors from Thundercats doing mistakes, and it's like, and keep your foot off that blasted samoflange. The fuck is a samoflange? It's really good.
Exatus.
Oh, there's a joke in World of Warcraft. There's a reference to that. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh no, Felix Melior says my boyfriend is trying to
Exatus.
grow a goatee.
LRR.
A goatee's better than a chin tuft.
Well, technically
that is
a goatee.
The full thing is technically a Van Dyke.
No, it's a Van Dyke is something else that's specific. I looked this up once. Hang on, facial hair.
But Ataxis.
I think it's called a French cut.
Attackatus, things on my grandma. Is that indeed somebody putting things on their grandmother's head and then filming it?
That seems grandma exploiting.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Apparently,
although that would be amusing.
All right. Apparently, it's one of those things that
there's multiple names for it.
It's a blanket term. Yeah.
I have been told. I know that technically speaking, though, the goatee is usually just the bottom part.
How about a John Waters pencil mustache? That looks good on everyone.
Yeah. The pencil mustache.
I looked this up.
If it was French cut, it would be stripey. It would have like little Breton stripes. I don't know why that's so funny. Good to find. All right, so I do 15 full experiences of commercials, and then I do I do a little bit of a riff, sort of an amuse-bouche for the people who come in after the 15, because I could be here all day doing this.
Also, it's exhausting.
Yeah, it's really tiring. It's mentally fatiguing to have to improv for an hour.
So there are still another 7 people to welcome.
Yes, exactly.
So first of all, good to find.
Hey, everybody, are you looking for something that's good to find? Come on down to Good to Find's Finding Things Emporium. We have a lot of things that are good to find, but you gotta find them. Get down here. I'm lost. I need help.
The Moat Man with a 7-month resub.
I'm actually just gonna head out
and
grab
get
some
food before you stream?
Get some food, but I'll be back at 3:00 for things on my stream.
What are you playing?
Kirby!
More Kirby!
Oh.
Kirby's Epic Yarn. The cutest game ever.
Eric the Orange Graham can't grow sideburns very well
It's
either, as
very-
you have noticed.
It's very yeah. Kirby's Epic Yarn is just actively in your face cute.
I know.
Sorry, you are totally correct. I got confused. It is a Van Dyke.
I like the picture of all the
Graham
different
is looking
variations of beards.
Yeah.
A chart of beard of facial hair. All right, the Moat Man. Hey everybody, do you need to keep people away from your house? Why not install a moat? Is that code? Probably not, but that's your problem, not mine. Call the Moat Man today.
See, this is the one that I saw. With the Van Dyke is the mustache, and sort of the more pointy one off the bottom that doesn't connect. And it's turns out there's a lot of language around here that
there's a lot of arguments.
Doesn't agree.
I always when I had the full, I always just called it a goatee because the Van Dyke sounds dumb.
Yes.
So I just called it a goatee and everybody knew what it was.
I think everyone calls it goatees anyway, so who cares?
Anyway, see you guys in a bit.
Speaking of which, Manbeardo has subscribed.
Manbeardo, away!
good.
Hey, everybody, you trying to grow a beard? Or are you trying to grow a beard like this poor sucker over here? What is this? It's a poor excuse for a beard. Try Man Beardo's Beard Ray. That's right. We'll make you hairy like an orangutan or a gorilla.
Orangutan.
Or some sort of bear. I'm not going to promise which bear. Maybe it'll be one of them stripy exotic bears, but probably just a regular brown bear. But try Man Beardo's Man Beard Ray today. Bzzzt, a beard.
That was one of my favorite conversations at D&D ever. Was someone said orangutan, and someone else said it's orangutan. There's only one G, which is correct.
Yes.
And to which Cam responded,
Orangutan?
Goranutan. Goranutan. There was another one. I can't remember, but yeah, there's only one G. Goranutan. The fragrance of dark coffee.
The fragrance of dark coffee. It's Folgers in your cup. Except Folgers is gross. Just buy literally any better coffee. Wake up to that. Allergy season. Oh no, I put snot in my coffee. I gotta pour this out and rinse the cup. I mean, it's probably fine for me to drink a drop of my own allergy snot, but morally it seems wrong. The fragrance of dark coffee. Sometimes you get weird ones when you're at the end.
Rename Alberta to Snorsh. Subscribed.
Hey everybody, are you voting in the Alberta general election? Why not spoil your ballot and just rename Alberta to Snorsh? That's right. Maybe if you can get enough of you, you can convince that new NDP government to revitalize the economy of your province now that oil's in the shitter by wasting a ton of money making new signs and marketing language. What could be worse?
Who put all this oil in the shitter?
The joke there.
This will not flush.
The joke there about the NDP government is that everybody hates the PCs because they feel that they squandered all of this record oil money years. And they brought out this budget that had cuts to public services and personal tax, lots of personal tax
increases. Who was
increases.
it? Someone in the chat's actually running in this election?
Oh, for what party?
Was it HP Braincase? Is that who I saw? I'm pretty sure that's who the sub was. Someone I thought was running. I could have misread it.
Wait, let me finish explaining.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, it started with an H. It was Franz.
What party are you running for? Progressive Conservatives, and people are mad at them. I'm not actually endorsing any party. People are mad at them because of what they perceive as sort of mismanagement on the financial side. You have the Wild Rose. That is, if you find the Progressive Conservatives not
right wing enough.
Not right wing enough. Boy, do we have a party for you. It's the Wild Rose Party, where they're more right wing. Grrr. Oh, liberal. You also have the Liberals, which are, could get elected in a couple of places, but are sort of a not going concern in this election. Sorry, Harangsvigurg.
He could get in.
He could. I'm not saying he's not going to. I'm just saying they're not going to form government.
What riding are you in? What's your riding?
And you have the NDP, who are super surging in popularity for some reason because people are looking at those two options and being like, you know what? No, Wild Rose are not UKIP. UKIP are horrible racists, and the Wild Rose, for the most part, are not. I would not lump those two things in there. They're just really right wing.
Is the Wild Rose Party the Canadian version of the American Tea Party? I mean, the comparison is apt only because there was the right-wing party, and then there was a group of angry people within it who thought that the right-wing party was not right-wing enough and decided to become even more right-wing and start their own party with blackjack and hookers. So there's kind of that comparison, but...
Yeah, the NDP are the New Democratic Party, and they're the left-wing party in this election. The Liberals are the centrist party, the Progressive Conservatives are the right, and the Wild Rose are far right. I would say that, but not racist. Not like UKIP far right. I think that's a pretty accurate description. Anyhow, that election's tomorrow, so...
Alberta is...
I'm voting NDP despite running as a Liberal.
Alberta is Canada's Texas, for those keeping score
Calgary Shaw, they have a really good chance of electing a bunch of, NDP, like in the heart of Calgary.
Yeah.
Calgary and Edmonton are the two biggest cities, and they're much more like left wing than sort of the surrounding, rural countryside areas. Unsurprisingly.
Conspicuous Compiler with a 10-month resub.
Conspicuous Compiler, find your bugs. Conspicuous Compiler, put them in there, and your code leaves and bugs emerge. Where did my code go? Where did these bugs come from? No one knows. Conspicuous Compiler, don't use it.
You're voting against yourself. That's not how it works, immoral ethicist. Ethicist. Sorry. It's because Franz Wenger doesn't live in his riding, so he'll be voting for a rep in the riding that he does live in. It's not like U.S. elections. It's weird. Anyway, and the last one, Astral Steel.
Jet fuel can't melt astro steel beams. Alright, I'm not going to make that joke anymore. Astral Steel, it's a thing that you can build with, but I don't recommend it. But it's on sale, so take your chances. Not earthquake certified Astral Steel. Why does this go to the tune of Chocolate Rain? Astral Steel. When an earthquake comes, you will feel the pain. Astral Steel. Not even remotely structurally sound. Astral Steel needs some lunch. Astral Steel. I tried. That was terrible.
Fair enough.
Astral Steel.
Welcome and thank you. Hey, so that's it for Checkpoint today. We've welcomed all the subs. We've talked about all the news, every news. We talked about all the news you should ever need. And then we're going to go offline, and Paul's going to be back in a little over 20 minutes with Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Kirby's. That's right, I can burp on command. I'm a classy lady.
You're a classy lady. All right. So
Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Come back for Paul in about 20 minutes. The stream will go offline. We're going to run some ads. Appreciate it if you let those run. Thanks to all our new subs and followers, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, everybody.